Hey guys, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have the Garden Party Collection by Lifestyle Lacquer by Nail Jewelry Bling. This is a collection of 5 different muted or dusky pastel shades. I'll show you how they apply as well as stamp. These will be available August 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will link Nail Jewelry Bling's storefront down below. These were sent to me for review and I'll go ahead and show you how they swatch. So first up is Painted Peonies, and this is a dusky kind of mauve pink. The labels on these are incredibly cute. Hillary took a lot of time and put a lot of love into these, and you can totally tell it shows in how they apply as well as how they look. I love the bottom labels. So here is a quick shot of the bottle. And I'll show you a brush shot. And I'll show you how Painted Peonies swatched on my natural nail. So here is one coat. This one goes on pretty sheer. I think it may be even the sheerest of the collection, but it did go on nice and evenly, and these dry incredibly glossy. For none of my swatches, I use top coat. This is all just the natural finish. I am going to let this dry and then come back in for a second coat. Okay, here is the second coat, and you can see how glossy these go down. I am going to do a little bit thicker of a second coat, so since my nails are on the long side of where I keep them, I'm going to go ahead and dip my brush in just one more time to get a nice even coat. 2 coats is going to bring this one completely opaque, and you can almost watch it like self-level on camera. These level out gorgeously. I think my favorite way to use these is by applying a nice thick coat. So here is a look at the completed mani without top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting, again without top coat. That's just how glossy these are. And here it is at an angle under artificial lighting. For my stamping test today, I'm using Bundle Monster Plate 724. I'll link it down below. It's just kind of a garden spring themey kind of image. I'm going to apply generously to the plate, scrape downwards with my Born Pretty scraper, and then roll upwards with my Born Pretty stamper. So this is the only actual demo I'll show you. I'll go ahead and show you how it stamps over white in my swatch booklet. So these picked up really well. I didn't have to move too quickly, and they also stamped really well. I got a good amount of the finer details picked up as well as some of the thicker. I'll show you how it stamps over black, and these really surprised me at how opaque they are over black. I'm using top coat on top of my DRK mat. This one is a little bit on the sheer side as far as the rest of the collection goes. You can still make out the details though. So next up is Buttercup Bouquet, and I'll have to say that this is my favorite of the collection. Again, with the details and the labels, really cute. I'll go ahead and show you a bottle shot. This is a really pretty, almost like rubber ducky taxi yellow, but with a little bit of mustard mixed in. I really think this is going to be great to go into fall with. I'll show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Buttercup Bouquet swatched on my natural nail. Now this is a yellow, and usually yellows are pretty sheer and kind of finicky to work with. This one was great. I do recommend using thicker coats because it's going to level out anyways. You really don't want to have to deal with all the extra coats if maybe you did a thinner coat. So one nice thick coat gives good coverage. I'm going to let this dry and then come back in for a second coat. So here is the second coat. And this goes on really smooth, really easily. It is a little bit on the thicker side of formula, but that's what I prefer. Again, this is going to dry down super glossy, self-levels really well. 2 coats, and this one is completely opaque for me. So here is a look at the completed mani without top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting, again without top coat. And here it is from another angle under artificial lighting. So next I'm going to show you how this stamps over white. I've kind of cut down on the stamping and scraping so you don't have to watch that over and over again. This one is really opaque over white, and I love that combination. I'll show you how it stamps over black. Again, this is top coat on my DRK mat. Really, really pigmented, perfectly yellow over black. I really appreciate how these stamp. I did have a little bit of glare there where the top coat kind of buckled the image, but I wanted you to be able to see that this did pick up all the smaller detail as well as the more larger filled in areas, so I'm really impressed with these. Next up is Mint Mojito, and this is like a kind of dusky teal, again, really cute bottom label. I'll go ahead and show you a bottle shot. This does have a good amount of green to it. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Mint Mojito swatched on my natural nail. So this is one coat. I am going to lay down a pretty thick first coat, but I do believe that this one was completely opaque for me at one coat. If you do a thinner coat, I could see where you would need maybe two. Really impressed, really amazing formula, like really thoughtless. You don't even have to worry about it, just slap it on and it's going to work great for you. Here's a look at the completed mani without top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting without top coat, and again at a different angle under artificial lighting. So I'll show you how Mint Mojito swatches over white in my cardstock swatch book. Really great. I had an easy time picking it up. It's nice and pigmented, no problems at all. I'll show you how it stamps over black as well. So again, I had a little bit of glare there, but it picked up really well. It's super opaque over black and no problems at all. Next up is Forget Me Not, and this is a dusky kind of cornflower sweet blue. Really pretty label. I'll show you a bottle shot as well as a brush shot. And I'll show you how Forget Me Not swatched on my natural nail. This is another that has a really great formula. I just put on one nice thick coat and that's all I really needed for it to be opaque. I think if you get, a low spot or even if you do a thin coat, you might need two coats, but it was opaque for me at every turn at one coat. So here is a look at the completed mani without top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle under artificial lighting. So really quickly, I'll show you how Forget Me Not swatches over white cardstock. And that is a really gorgeous combination. I think the yellow and the blue are both really pretty. I think they look great together as well. I had no problem picking up any of the detail or larger images. I'll show you how it stamps over black as well. So nice and super pigmented over black. I also didn't have any staining issues. I was using Super Chick Lacquer's Bring It On stain-proof base coat. And I always recommend using a base coat. So last up, I have Lavender Lilies, and this is a very sweet kind of dusky purple. I'll show you a bottle shot. As well as a brush shot. And I'll show you how Lavender Lilies swatched on my natural nail. So here is one coat. This one is very creamy. It is maybe a little bit sheerer than the others. Here it looks really opaque, but in person I could still see a little bit of nail line. So I am going to let this dry and then come back in for a second coat. So here is the second coat, and this is just going to bring it completely opaque for me, clean up my edges a little bit. I did do a nice thick second coat, leveled out perfectly. I didn't have to worry about it at all. So here is a look at the completed mani. It is showing up a little bit lighter here than it is in person. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting without top coat, and again at a different angle under artificial lighting. So I'll show you how Lavender Lily swatched over white cardstock. This did a really nice job. Again, no problems. These are great at stamping. I'll show you also how it stamps over black. So a great job again. It is quite a bit lighter over black, but still nice and vividly purple. This one did a great job at picking up all those tiny details. So here is a quick look at the Garden Collection stamped over white. Here is another quick look at how they all stamped over black as well. I was really impressed. I think these are great polishes. So that wraps up my swatch stamp and review of the Garden Party collection releasing this Friday from Nail Jewelry Bling and Lifestyle Lacquer. I will link their storefront again down below. If you'd like to see more photos, you can visit my blog at sloppyswatches.wordpress.com or follow me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.